We're here.
Surprise!
We're here.
How's everybody doing today? How are you doing, Desert?
I'm doing all right. Tired as usual. Long day, but doing all right.
I feel you. Well, so man, first of all, shout out to everybody that's here. Also, shout out to Gabriel Haynes. If you don't follow Gabriel Haynes, he's probably my favorite commentator on crypto. Some people might say he's an analyst because he is talking about real life events, what goes on in crypto. It's definitely not something to listen when your kids are around, but he is hilarious, cracks me up. He had a really great post about Sam Bankman-Fried. Sam Bankman-Fried sending tweets from jail, you know?
He's like a modern day shock jock.
Sure. There we go. And this has been a long month. Absolutely. Shout out to Fozzie. Shout out to the Third Patriot.
What's going on, fellas?
Yeah, what's going on? So anything exciting or new or that you're thinking about on your mind, Desert?
The market's going back up.
Oh, that's
question
awesome.
mark.
Question mark. Yeah, I was gonna say I hopped into AJ's stream a little bit earlier today, and he was saying that we have about 31 days before altcoins will hit all-time highs all over again. So if you don't have enough of your altcoins that you need in your bag, you should get them in there. It's about that time.
And I agree with that 100%. It takes a couple things into consideration. If you believe the bull market is still on, we're not in a bear market, and you believe in the sell in May, walk away, we get the long bear trend in the summer or whatever, Q1s are usually massive. And if you remember last year, the end of March, like March 24th-ish was like the top of the little run we had last year. So we have to be at the bottom, right?
I hope so. I hope so. And we heard that max pain for BTC is 98K by the end of the week, and that was what we were talking about yesterday.
Yep.
Super crazy. Very interesting. I'm excited to see that. Yeah, it's exciting to see that. That's 10K away. I think I kind of hope we'll hit it because it's good for us to flush out that leverage. And then also just, we hit max pain. Usually from there, it does it does something, right? All that tension is built up.
We finally hit a 20+% correction also. So when we get into the chart, I think we, from all-time high to yesterday's wick, we dropped 21 and some change. So we finally hit that 20%, that 20+% correction, which is another thing that needs to be done. We've went over this, I don't even know how many times, multiple times, where we went back through the charts and showed you guys that last bull run, I think it was just in 2021 alone, we had like 7 or 8 20 to 30% corrections.
So several things that are kind of interesting. So I'm going to share this because we were talking about it prior, but Grok got back to me with his thoroughly assessed answer. So the best time to post TikTok shorts in Pacific time is between 6 p.m. and 10 p.m. with a frequency of 1 to 2 per day, which is weird.
Sense.
It
makes sense.
And then
people get off work, they get off work, they're at home, they're watching TikTok or whatnot,
Yep. And then it says that for YouTube shorts, it's also between 6 p.m. and 10 p.m., but there's some evidence that leans towards afternoon hours, like 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. So 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. and 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Right. It's basically what it's looking like. So interesting. Maybe all the YouTube shorts will start going out at 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. And then now we also know that shorts don't interfere with actual long form content. So there we go. Now you guys know. What's up?
Supposedly, it doesn't interfere with the algorithm. It doesn't deboost you. The only thing I want to take into consideration is separating them.
Yep.
You want to separate them. So
Absolutely. What's up, Crypto King? Shout out to Crypto King. Also, I'm excited for us to show off this overlay. And I think that should be how we transition.
Is that what we want to do?
Yeah.
Boom.
Oh,
that's the wrong one. That's not the overlay. That's not the overlay.
Just
Here we go.
Boom. There we are. And, some people have said that looks like a jackass that I'm hugging there. But it turns out that the jackass is me. And that fuzzy thing over there is a llama.
Donkey.
Llama. But anyways, August 6th through 10th, use Crypto Nightly as a code to get 10% off of your Rare Evo entrance ticket. So check it out. If you're going to go to Rare Evo, no reason to not get a discount. And Crypto Nightly will get you 10% off on your ticket. And the sooner you do it, the better, because tickets are cheap right now, and they're only going to get more expensive. And absolutely, Third Patriot, I love that comment. It was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then I'll hand this over to you. I'll hand you the mic.
So everybody knows that we're going to be doing an airdrop for Empire token. It's something that had been talked about years ago. And this will be going out to holders of JPEG bosses, JPEG junkies. There's several ways you can participate to earn more tokens. One of them is, holding them and submitting every month for your monthly rewards. But we also have some quests. If you sign up for Token Empire, you're going to get 50,000 points. And these points are 1-to-1 to a token. So 50,000 points, subscribe to Crypto Nightly, YouTube channel, 50,000. Follow JPEG Empire and Crypto Nightly on X, 20,000 each. Sign up for Promo Facey in our Discord, you get 20,000. And then you could potentially also get 10,000 per tweet, because there's 4 ways to interact, and every interaction is going to give you 2,500 points. Okay. Plus, you still, like it says, you still earn Discord tokens for holding junkies and bosses. And then we put one out the other day. It's not on this graphic, but anybody who buys a boss, hold on, I don't want to give you guys bad information. I don't want to say that we're giving out 1 million tokens, because I know that's not true. Let me see here. 80,000. So anyone who buys a boss off of secondary, right now, you're going to get 80,000. Anyone who buys a junkie off of secondary, I'm adding this right now. Anyone who buys a junkie off of secondary, you are going to get 40,000. And the reason is because bosses have a smaller smaller supply. They're higher. Junkies are a lot cheaper with the higher supply, double the supply. So 40,000 if you pick up a junkie and then post proof in opening a ticket in Discord, we'll get you those 40,000 tokens. And then if you hold on to that junkie, you're also going to be receiving tokens every month by submitting your wallet and a screenshot. And G-Blades takes care of all that. All the instructions are put out every month. As a matter of fact, we got a new month coming up. So another round of disbursements will be going out this month. And go ahead.
I was going to say, I want to add one more quest here. Okay. So everybody, I put out recently the interview with Sabina. Okay. And then, so this is kind of an Easter egg for everybody. I told my wife, hey, I'm doing this thing, I'm going to be in this place. Be careful. Right. And my wife doesn't care. So there's probably like 6 times where you can see my wife in the background. Anybody that takes a screenshot or a clip and submits it of my wife while I'm in the interview with Sabina you know, we'll give you a little. Well, actually, I'm gonna wait a week, and the person that has the best screenshot, they will get 100,000 Empire token.
Okay.
Right there we go.
Okay.
And if there are multiple people that have the exact same screenshot, then I'll just split it among them. But I don't think that many people are going to go that deep. But if you go that deep,
how about we do this? We'll do 15,000 okay, everybody can only submit once. So 15,000 for everybody who submits a screenshot.
There we go.
And then we'll pick like the best 3 and we'll have the community vote and the winner gets 100,000.
There we go. There we go.
That?
I like that. Did you see Ben's new video? LOL. The question is which one? Because he said that he wasn't ever making videos or going to be on YouTube again after the last one. That was pretty unhinged for like 3 hours and 50 minutes.
If you're talking about his live stream today, I started to watch it a little bit earlier and I just couldn't. I just can't do it. The dude is still off his rocker. He's still suffering from mental health. I couldn't watch it, and it's sad. So
it's pretty crazy.
Sent in my Discord. Let me see here. Maybe it's a new one.
But while you're checking that out, I will say the thing that we're excited about that's coming up is the reopening of the Boss Mint. So the reopening of the Boss Mint is going to be in Q1. This is basically an investing club. Oh, geez. Is it that good? But it's going to be an investment club.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, never mind. Go ahead. I was just making sure that I'm getting the right one here.
So it is an investment club where everybody that is a holder will be able to be a part of a DAO. The DAO will be making investment decisions with half of the treasury funds that are generated from the mint. And then those will be put into a fund. Everybody will get to put their say into how we invest them. And the return will be split amongst all the holders that are actively participating. This is a way that everybody can be involved. You can get market insights, and we're going to be a part of it as well with you guys to make sure that these decisions are all liquid, as well as we have some market insights, right? So we will all have more market insights together. I don't know, Desert, you're way better at doing the whole thing.
Unfortunately, I'm not paying attention because I'm getting ready to share this video.
Yes.
Oh, it's not going to let me. Okay, you're going to have to share it because, unless I bring it. No, I'm not logged into Twitter on Chrome, I don't think.
That's fine. What is
It's in
GM.
Here, I'll drop the link in the private chat.
Hold on, I got it.
Or go in Daniel's GM Alpha Discord.
Yep.
And he just posted it right there. It's the last thing he posted in the GM chat.
In GM chat. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm here.
I need to work this out to where I'm using the same browser for everything, because this has become annoying.
So, okay. I've got it.
You got it?
Yep. I don't know which.
There we go.
Twitter we will be in. Okay, it's fine. Cool. Justin, Ben Armstrong's.
Speaking of effing idiots, I gotta apologize to the Cardano community. I lost track a little bit of what is important, which is decentralization. Whether or not I think Cardano is going to be successful as the biggest layer one or not, what I do believe is it does support the ethos of crypto. It's decentralization. It's what it is. So, hats off to the Cardano people. And I want to say that my entire last year and a half of not liking ADA, it was just Adderall fueled, and we quit doing Adderall from the doctor. We decided it wasn't good for us, and now we're back with you guys, Cardano. Ben Armstrong, I really never left you. It was the big boy. He was running unchecked. You got to keep both those guys in check sometimes. So, anyways, guys, that's it. Bullish on Cardano. Now, speaking of
I just can't, bro. I just can't.
My question is, does anybody believe that he's not taking Adderall from the doctors when he said that in that video?
Here's the thing. Being a recovering addict myself, and I do believe this is one of the things I connected with, that I felt a connection with Ben for when I first started watching, because we both been I've been clean, but we both got clean in 2007. So mine was induced by law enforcement. I believe his was induced by law enforcement and a OD. So I really connected him with that on that, right? So, flash forward, here it is 18 years later. I can have a beer with dinner and then not drink again. I don't even remember the last time I drank. And I drank a shitload at Rare Evo. We drank all freaking weekend, all weekend.
Yeah.
And I can't even remember the last time I had a drink, I can smoke. I can take a couple of hits off of weed every night and it not affect me. But speed being my drug of choice, if a doctor prescribed me Adderall, it's a wrap, bro. It's a wrap. I start popping Adderall pills and it's going to be just like I was doing speed again. And I know Ben's drug of choice was like speed. I don't know if it was meth, but it was a speed type, whether it was meth, coke, X, I don't know, so for him to be doing Adderall in and of itself is a relapse, in my opinion. Just because a doctor prescribes you a drug doesn't mean you're not an addict. There's a reason DuPont or whoever, Big Pharma, got sued for $6 billion on the opioid crisis. Just because a doctor prescribes it does not mean you're not abusing it, does not mean you're not an addict, plain and simple.
100%.
So
100%.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jaleesa. Smash the like button. And yeah, I think that, it's time to look at the market. But 100% I agree for sure. I just think that it's wild to see somebody with a platform that big, like going through it
right
in this kind of way, right? And then kind of like forcing himself to be in front of everybody the whole time too.
Yeah, I don't want to get into it because I know he's going through a lot and I don't want to.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's sad, like you said.
So straight into market update. Let's see what's going on.
All right, we are in market update because John fast forwarded. Everybody, do us a favor, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with a friend. If you're on Twitter, tag some DGens, give us a repost, all that good stuff. We go live Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. PST, bringing you the daily crypto news nightly. That being said, let's see what's up here.
I was going to say, yeah, reset the room, and you did it, So everybody out there, make sure you like, subscribe, retweet, share, and post. Let everybody know, man. Let everybody know.
All right. So we are down another 3.5% today. When we thought it couldn't go lower, it had a huge dump overnight. We are still above 3 trillion, which is good. Come up here, the volume is coming back. So we had like 190 billion yesterday on a Monday with, the way it's been going recently is a lot of volume. 233 billion today. That's a lot of volume as to where we have been over the past month. The problem is there may be a lot of volume, but the bears are winning. That's the problem. Bitcoin dominance dropped a little bit to 57.9. We got Ethereum at 9.87 and less than one way to send an ETH transaction. I think Third Patriot is just going around buying stuff. Because up here he said bosses are now 60 ADA, junkies are now 15 ADA. So
shout out to Third Patriot. He's a legend for sure.
We got Bitcoin coming in at 88,664, down another 3.4% today. Ethereum is flat at 2485 at 0. We got XRP at 230 up 0.2, BNB at 627 up 3.4, Solana at 142 up 1.9. I have a serious problem. Cardano at 68 cents. 68 cents for Cardano. Come on. Up 0.2. And let's see where, Sweeze jumped back up to 15, coming in at 297, up 5%. Excuse me. Biggest gainer in the top coins for today. Let's look at the biggest gainers. And we got Maker coming in at 21.9. We got Story IP still pumping. This thing, when this thing goes, I have a feeling it's going to crash hard. I mean, I understand it's still pumping, but it can't just keep going without a reset. We've seen this time and time again. I should add it to my trading view just so we can go over it. But it's up another 13%. Man, I'm telling you, it's getting hot up here. Well, I don't know about hot, but we're in the 70s today, and the allergies are just the pollen and everything. My allergies have been kicking it. We got Quant at 14.1. We got Celestia at 12.9. Athena at 12. So quite a few double-digit gainers. That's right. 68 cent ADA makes NFTs cheaper. Just saying, So let's look at the biggest losers. And Big Get token down 7.5, Telcoin down 6.7, Monero down 5.5, BitTensor down 5, Mantra finally taking a dip down 5.5. We got Tron down 4, and then it just keeps kind of going. A lot of Bitcoin right here. So a lot of usually don't see Bitcoin in the biggest losers or gainers, and we are right here. So that being said, there's not a lot of losers because without Bitcoin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we only got 6 coins that are down further than Bitcoin. So yes, I think, we understood that, Third Patriot. Well, we understood that. Make sure everybody else does. All right, so let's look at Bitcoin. I was looking at the 1 minute. One of our community members posted the Adam and Eve, and it did bust through the 200 and then retested and is bouncing again. But let's go out to the daily. Let's see what's going on. So, as we were saying at the beginning of the show, this is our biggest correction to date for this bull cycle. And it is 21.83%. I don't think we had any. Maybe back here. Let's measure this. So this would have been, as you guys can see, this is March right here. So this was the high back in March, almost exactly 1 year ago. And you see how we just kind of dipped down. So it kind of makes sense what AJ's saying that, we'll get boom. We might get an all-time high. I'm not saying we're going to go to 140,000 or anything like that, but we could get a pump, break up to the 110, maybe triple top it and then slowly bleed again right here. But let's see what this is. So this is going to be the high. So this was a 33% dip. Okay, so this was a little bigger. We hadn't even hit the halving yet. I mean, oh, actually, yeah, my bad. We did hit the halving. So we hit the halving right here in the middle somewhere. Right about here, I believe, was the halving. Let's see. Why do I not have that on there? All right, never mind. Skip that. But so we had a 33% correction, and this was last year. And then today, you know, we wicked all the way down to create a 21% correction. We did bounce. So we went over this last night. We were talking about, you know, we lose this 93,000 right here. Our next level is going to be this 87,597. And boy, did we come down. We wicked through it, bounce back up, and now we're on the new candle. So this is our new level of support right here at 87. And if we lose that one again, kind of like we lost this 93 and how we lost 98, we said if we can't get above 98, we're coming down to 93. We blew right through it down to here. Well, if we can't stay above 87, our next level of support is going to be 79. Maybe not even 79, maybe all the way down here to 76, because this is not a very high volume node right here. You know, there is a little bit of price action right here. This little node is probably stems from the intraday trading if we look at it. But on the daily, we have the RSIs are in the oversold territory. So down here at the 30, they're not into the super oversold, which is below the 30 line right here, but they are riding right on this line, on this level right here. We have the stocks that are starting to reset. So boom, we're back. We're down below the 20. We are resetting. You can see right here where we reset. Get that a little. So you can see right here where we tried to reset, and then we just didn't have enough strength to get a major pump. You can see the Stokes only came up so high and then come back down. So this, I mean, this is good. You know, we're getting low. You know, every time we get real low like this, look, we're low, pump. You know, right here, we get this pump, boom. Right here, we get the pump. Right here is the pump. And then it was just this last little one that we really didn't get a major pump out of. You know, we tried to pump, and then right about here, so this was Thursday, Friday, we got well above the 98 that we were looking at, and then the hat came out and the Ethereum, and then everything just dumped, right? So, but we are resetting. We come down to the 4 hour. 4 hour right here, you can see we're extremely oversold. Bring up this RSI. So this is going to be extreme oversold. See how it's starting to turn red right here? We're well below the 20. We're turning back to the upside. Even the median line is almost way down here. So we're due for some price action to go up. On the momentum wave, you got the double green dot. You got money flow starting to curve back to the upside. VWAP pointed to the upside, momentum to the upside. And then your Stokes are completely reset and turned up to the upside. So the 4 hour is looking decent. You know, we've gotten back above. We're back above right here, the 97 or the 87,597 SR level. Boom, we went above. We retested it. We bounced. Now we're printing like a little hammer candle. I can see it. I could see another retest out of this, but if it retests and it loses it, I'm telling you, I think we're going down to 79, and I think, I can't believe Johnny Tran may be correct. Elliott theory might strike.
I'm so glad that you came back down to that, because I was gonna say something, and you came.
Well, I mean, I'll give it if we hit it. I'll give him props. You know what I mean? I just don't. When he first said it, I'm like, "There's no way, right?" This, and if you guys remember, my whole premise was this part of the cycle, Q1 of 2025, the bull run year. There's no way. You know, but, you know, apparently it did.
Well, like
Apparently it
30%
did.
correction, though, is like, you know what I mean? Like, that's like something we should expect a couple of times.
Yeah, no, I definitely give him props. I mean, I'm sure he actually knows a lot more about TA than I do. So,
I still want to get him on. We still need to get him on sometime to give us some market.
Right. Definitely. So when we come down here to SWE, let's go to the daily. SWE on the daily, beautiful bounce off of the 200 MA. Boom, that's yesterday, that's today. We wicked below it, and then we got that nice little pump. And then boom, we're printing another green candle right there. Stokes are still pointed down though. They have not reset. They have not turned up yet. Excuse me. Money flow is flattened. VWAP to the upside. So it's just a matter of time before we get this momentum wave to clip because, you know, we went through this before, you know, VWAP turns up right here. Very shortly, momentum goes up. VWAP turned up right here. Boom, boom, boom. Momentum went up. VWAP came down, turns up. Momentum started to go up. VWAP right here, turns up. Momentum went up, right? So now we have the VWAP right here, turned up, turning up. We're going to see the momentum start to turn up, in my opinion. We really need to reclaim this 318 level, this SR level. You know, we fought with it a lot. Has a lot of volume at it right here. These high volume nodes, boom, 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 all the way down across, right? Go down to the 4 hour. So we look at the 4 hour. We do got same as Bitcoin. We got the double green dot with the money flow to the upside. We got the Stokes turn to the upside. We have the RSI has made it back above the 14 moving average right here. It started to clip and go sideways, but we are back above it, which is a good thing. You know, and you can see when we're below it, obviously we're bearish. When we're above it, we start to pump. Then we get below it, we start to dump, and so on. So definitely, I like the way things are looking, but we are far from out of the woods, far from out of the woods. And Bitcoin is going to be the deciding factor on whether or not we get out of the woods. We got to retake the 93,000 SR level. We got to retake the 98,000 level. We got to retake the 102,000 level. So there's many things that we got to go through. That being said, there are multiple coins. I mean, Ondo under $1. Are you kidding me? That is an awesome pickup. Cardano under 70 cents. Awesome pickup. You missed XRP? Well, guess what? It's only 228 right now. You missed SWE? Well, guess what? It's only 295 right now. All these coins are extremely far from their local highs. So that's what I got on the market update.
I love it. I love it. So I know, let's see, I need a few more days. Got a bag on the way to buy the dip. Yep, 100%. I need this dip to last a lot longer. And everybody pray for Desert. Hope he makes it. It'd be sad if this was our last stream. But in all honesty, I know, looking at all the people that are in this stream right now, I know all of you have tuned in tonight because you went on YouTube and you typed in Pokemon. And so that was what actually got you to this stream. So I'm not going to bury the lead. I'm going to let you all know what it is that's going on with Pokemon and why you should care and why it's exciting.
All right.
So, yeah, I was going to say, we'll go here. So we've been talking a lot about AI and things that are going on with AI. But this is it was something funny. This was breaking news. Anthropic tweeted it out. I saw the tweet. But so Claude AI can now play Pokemon, and it's winning. So Anthropic Claude 3.7 Sonnet outperformed older models in gaming, mastering how to win Pokemon battles. So, I mean, this is just fun. I thought this was cool. And yeah, Anthropic said on Tuesday that Claude's latest version can play the classic video game Pokemon. They put a big thread about it. Check them out. Make sure you're following Anthropic if you're interested in AI and things. There's a lot of cool stuff going on. I wish I could find there was a video that was amazing, and I might be able to find it at some point here. But it was of a bipedal robot doing like the most perfect flip. I mean, it was like very well done. It was like scary good. And then I was watching it. I was like, look, wife, look how amazing this is. And she was like, yeah, it's a robot doing robot things. I'm like, no, you don't get it. Robots couldn't do this last year. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like, that's why it's exciting. But yeah, all this AI stuff, big fan, excited about it. So this article might be exciting for some people. I thought it was funny because we haven't heard about Paxos in a while, but Paxos' stablecoin USDG expands to Solana. So this was headline news. Paxos is one of those projects that I've seen forever, and I just don't really ever think about or associate it with anything, except for I know that Paxos had some was making good headway into they're
like a stable coin maker.
Yeah.
So is that there because they made PayPal stable coin. I think they made another stable coin. You got Paxos Gold, you got things like that. Is that their actual stable coin? They didn't make it for somebody else?
Yeah, this is theirs.
Okay.
And so they're putting it on Solana. And so I just thought that was funny. Paxos, I mean, stable coins are just not something that I get excited about, but they're something that is necessary for this ecosystem. And so I wanted to put that out there. I actually tweeted about this. So BitDeer is a mining company. It's traded on the NASDAQ. It's like a TradFi stock, but BitDeer stock dropped 28% after the earnings miss. And so This isn't that exciting until, for me, when I started reading this, I was like, oh my goodness. Okay. So BitDeer stock dropped by over 28% on February 25th, right? After Bitcoin miner reported lower than expected earnings and revenue for the fourth quarter of 2024. BitDeer clocked Q4 revenues of $69 million, down nearly 40% from the same period last year. Meanwhile, it reported net losses of more than $530 million, far worse than Q4 of 2023, a $5 million loss, according to the company's earnings release. So I thought these numbers were crazy, right? First of all, revenue of $69 million, cool. While losses of $530 million, that's crazy. Compared to last fourth quarter was only a $5 million loss. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think this is TradFi math, but BitDeer.
Well, it's kind of weird
Bitcoin
that
mining
they're down.
stock. If you're into Bitcoin mining, this is another one like Marathon Digital, and it's interesting how some of these companies are like made to lose money. You know, I don't know.
It's weird though that they're down that much when Bitcoin is almost 50% higher.
Can you hear me, Desert? Are you there?
I can hear you, but apparently you can't hear me. Well, while John figures this out.
But anyways,
I'm going to type in here for him. How about now? Okay. John just decided to leave. All right. Let's go to a one-person screen. I don't know where the hell John went. I don't know if he's reconnecting or what's going on. And I have absolutely no articles over here. Oh, here he comes. Here he comes. This is live. This is live TV, people. Live TV.
Yeah, so I couldn't hear you, and then my
Right.
browser said, my browser said something. It was like too many tabs open. And I was like, I'm not even gonna mess with this. I'm gonna just refresh my whole screen. I was like,
I kept trying to say something. I kept trying to comment on the article, and then
okay,
you
so
just kept talking, and I was
you're
like,
like,
"What
what
a
a
dick!"
like, I hate this guy. He's the worst. So, what were your comments while we're at it? So I can hear them now.
My comment was the fact that so they're down 40% year over year, right?
Yes.
Okay. Which is super crazy. It's like exponentially down because their profit is because they mine Bitcoin and then they sell the Bitcoin, whatever. Well, Bitcoin is about 50% higher than it was last year at this time.
Yep.
Maybe not today, but
Yes.
it was 50% higher when those reportings came out. So not only the price of the asset went up and they still lost 40%. You know what I mean? So it's probably a lot worse than that. That's why it dumped so hard.
Yeah. But also, like, having 560 million in losses when
That's
you're
crazy.
making 69 million in revenue, like, to me, it's like your business model, there's something wrong with it. But I mean, like, it's also possible, like, if everything is calculated in Bitcoin, and like you have the Bitcoin and the dollar value, you could have exponentially more Bitcoin and the dollar value is just exponentially lower, right?
Yeah, but that's not the case right now because I mean we're only 20% off the all-time high.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
So sounds like they have some efficiency issues.
They need a CPA, which Daniel knows one. So there we go. We'll plug Daniel's CPA in here. All right. So this is great because, dude, India has so many people. There's a lot of money there, and they've been having some interesting crypto regulations coming through that are a little bit more positive. Only a 30% tax on crypto capital gains, which I mean is like technically similar to what we have here, but it's capped there. So Bybit registers with Indian authorities, restores services in the country. So this is exciting for Bybit, which Bybit has been in the news a lot here lately because of the massive hack, right? And this leads me to this next article. So Bybit CEO declares war against Lazarus after $1.4 billion hack. And I love this. Bybit has money. I hope that this actually kicks off something where a lot of these massive exchanges basically like go against Lazarus. What would be really sick would be as if they put a whole bunch of like funds and resources together and then like set up a honeypot and then vampire attacked all of Lazarus's funds. That'd be crazy. But with a bunch of exchanges, you know what I mean? Like they all come together. That'd be wild. But
best believe Lazarus is a state actor, though.
Yes,
for sure.
It's a whole country. That's the reason why nobody can do anything about Lazarus Group. So we hear about Lazarus Group all the time, but this is supported, endorsed, encouraged, funded by North Korea. So what are you going to do against a country? If there's a person, you can arrest a person. But if a person is actually a country, you can't arrest a country. Unless you're trying to go to war with the country. They have set a bounty for a while, or for white hackers. Yes, so you get 10%. Yep. You get $140 million if you can get them back their $1.4 billion. Although, I have to say, if I were a white hat hacker and I had the ability to do this, I would probably give them back like whatever 20% like less was. And then I would be like, you're welcome, in a blockchain transaction message. Because could they be mad?
Yeah, they would be mad.
They would be mad, but I think I would have to, or like 15% instead of 10. I would take more. I would take
Right.
more. Because I mean, if you can and they can't, you know what I mean. You're still doing them a service. But 10%, $140 million is a lot. But you know,
It's kind of the wrong mentality for a white hat hacker, though, sir.
True. I couldn't be. They would be able to see. They would. You're right. But I like this. I want all the exchanges to figure out a way to go against Lazarus. They need to get taken care of. We need to cleanse the space of bad actors in the like most swift way we can. 100%. So for the most part, that's what he got. And that's what I got. Those are the articles that I got. Those were what I was excited to hear about. Let's see if I missed anything. Oh, this one, for some reason, it was like back in the queue. It was in the wrong direction. So GameStop buying Bitcoin would bake the noodle of TradFi. This was the Swan Bitcoin, the Bitcoin exchange that has very suspicious financials and activities. So very interesting that Swan Bitcoin is the one that is making this comment here, because everybody who doesn't know, there was all kinds of drama with Swan Bitcoin, and they may or may not have enough funds to like actually cover the funds that they're claiming to have, and so there is suspicion. There have been multiple different times where there were like liquidity events where they froze access to Bitcoin, and so this is not necessarily the person that I would listen to and be excited about. Oh, what they say is probably true. You know what I mean? It would be kind of the opposite. But what they're saying is shockwaves would be sent through the market if GameStop used its $4.6 billion in cash to buy Bitcoin and commits to buying more. I actually think that this would be a massive direction for GameStop. I would love to see this because we've already talked about, and it's already been public, that GameStop is talking about making their own like Web3 marketplace. And so if they buy a bunch of Bitcoin and then they do something cool in crypto, maybe around gaming, I think that would be massive. So
I think that I think that's one of those non-stories, though. It's like, I mean, it's like, if Microsoft bought $100 million worth of Bitcoin, well, yeah, of course. If, you know, but do they have any intentions of buying Bitcoin?
I think it would be crazy, and I would like it a lot, though. When you think about like the Wall Street's bet stuff, when you think about going against the man stuff, I think that if GameStop were to just like full port all their money into Bitcoin, that would be like a crazy catalyst, and you know, we would have more proof that we are in a simulation, and that's what I'm waiting for. Right?
Yes, for sure.
So yes, that's what I got. Not too much else is too exciting. You know, this other article about hackers are making fake GitHub projects to steal crypto. This is something that's been happening for a long time. You know, they send you a link. You think you're going to one thing. They take all your funds. They make fake dexes. So that's not that exciting to me, right? You have to be safe out there for sure. We already talked about using dexes. Oh, breaking. Let's hear it.
The spending bill that the House just passed includes no taxes on tips, overtime, and Social Security.
Sheesh. We like that. So, I think the tips were a no-brainer. There was nothing worse than working in the food service industry, and then like they assume that you're lying about what you're taking in.
Oh yeah.
And so they charge you according to what they believe that you probably took in.
I remember. It's been a long time since I've worked in the food service industry.
Yep.
But yeah, when you have your tickets at the end of the night, they automatically put in for a specific amount, which is
Yes.
also one of the reasons why I never leave a tip on a credit card if I can avoid it. I'll pay with my credit card, and then I'll leave cash on the table, and I'll let the server know, hey, there's cash on the table.
100%.
And then whatever they want to claim, they claim.
Yes.
You know?
Well, that was kind of like the thing, because like as a server, like the OG servers, they would be like, hey, you take your cash, you claim none of your cash, right?
Right.
Because they assume that you're doing that, and they're going to charge you like you did that anyways. And so it's kind of like, yeah.
Well, not to mention that the tips that are on your credit cards are going to add up to enough to cover the difference.
Yeah.
The main thing is that the restaurants have to pay you a minimum wage.
Yeah, which oftentimes is $2 or less.
No. A minimum. You have to make a minimum wage.
Oh yeah.
I understand what you're saying. Servers usually make like $3 plus tips.
Yes.
But the $3 plus those tips have to equal a minimum wage. You understand what I'm saying? So they have to tax you accordingly, at least to a minimum wage. That's why they say you make so much money. I don't know if every restaurant's the same. And once again, I haven't been in the service industry in 20 years. But so I don't know if it's like it's automatically they charge you 10% on all your tickets, and add that, say that you got at least a 10% tip or whatever. I don't know what the numbers are, but but they are required to make sure that you are making a minimum wage. So,
yep, 100%. But tip your servers in cash.
Yes.
Also, never claim more than you need to in taxes. If there's ever a way to pay less taxes, do that. Because the government and the elected officials spend your taxes poorly. And we know that. So it's better that you get to spend it on groceries and gas and electricity than them get to spend it on private plane flights to dinner.
Right. Yeah, a lot of places do tip share. I remember I had to pay out. See, the last time I was a server had to have been like 2000, maybe 2001.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. And we paid out 4%. We paid 4% of our alcohol sales to our bartender. And then we gave our bus boys 2% of our total ticket value, something like that. So, and then obviously the rest is for you or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Screw that bartender.
Yeah, I was gonna say so the big fine dining restaurants, you had to give at least 5% to your busser, and most of the time you would have multiple, so you'd have 2 or 3, so you would give each one of them 5% of what your total is, and then usually you would have 2 that were like your ones. And then you would like maybe give something else to the other one. So it's really like, whatever that was to both of them. Right. And then 10% to your bartender. And then usually like a couple to your hosts, right? So you would have to really be raking in the dough and make sure
that seems like a lot. That seems like a lot for people who are already making. Except for the bartender, he's probably not making a minimum wage, but your hostess, I'm sure, is making.
They make $9 to $18 an hour, sometimes more. Bartenders can.
Right.
Tips, yeah. And
see, like with us, it was just you didn't pay the individual busser. The bussers were tip shared. So.
Yes. 100%. There we go.
Is that the only tip you got?
This is a family show. No, but I'm joking.
Family
big
show.
Love to everybody who has joined us today. Remember, when you buy your Rare Evo tickets, to use Crypto Nightly. Get excited for the JPEG Boss Mint opening back up. Shout out to Hybrid Family. Shout out to everybody that's joined us today. Crypto King, Third Patriot, Fozzie, Jaleesa. I think that's everybody. Love you guys. This has been a blast. And we'll see you tomorrow night. Remember, screenshots or clips that are the best quality of my wife walking around the background of the Sabina Web3 interview, which is an amazing interview. Highly recommend you watch it. I think everybody will have a blast. It's not that deep technical. It is about Web3 marketing. Check it out. Share it with your friends. It was a really great conversation, but clips of my wife. And then I can show them to her later and I'd be like, see, I told you so. Right.
All right. You guys have a great night. Remember, like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. PST.
Peace.